Only really vain people keep a picture of themselves. So I have a little story to tell you guys about my past. And it's about when I was a young girl. I was 8 years old. When I was 8 years old, my parents came and surprised me, and they told myself and my brothers that we were going to Disneyland. Now, surprising, I was 8 years old and I flipped. I was really, really, really excited. Because when you go to Disneyland, you get to meet all the really cool people that you had loved ever since, you know, in my short 8 years of life. I would get to meet, you know, all these amazing characters, and the big thing that I was really super excited about was getting to meet the cast of Hercules. And by cast, I mean people dressed up in costumes. That was the big movie that year when I was 8 years old. It was Hercules. And even though this was an animated film, when we got to Disneyland, these people were real. And in 8-year-old's eyes, there's no difference. Cartoon to real person. No difference at all. I can just see myself again in my mind meeting those characters for the first time. So, let's get to the real story. We were walking through the park one day, and my brothers wanted to go on all the scarier rides, and of course I'm an 8-year-old little girl, and I was scared. You know, I was scared. I didn't want to go on the roller coasters. I didn't want to go on the Matterhorn. There was creepy things in there, creepy things. So, my mom took my brothers on the roller coasters because my dad, much like myself, is kind of a scaredy cat when it comes to those things. And we were gonna go on the lazy rides, which is cool. Except for one really cool thing happened. Walking along the park, and my dad just goes, "Hold up, Beans, hold up." And I had no idea what my dad was doing until he pointed across the way. And like I said, the big movie of that year was Hercules. And I saw it. Or should I say, I saw her. There, over there, standing in all her glorious glory, was Megara. One of still my favorite Disney characters of all time. That year, at the beginning of the school year, my grandmother had sent me, because I was so in love with this movie. My grandmother, bless her heart, sent me a t-shirt with Megara on it to wear at school and to play around in. Oh my god, was this so amazing. So, of course, you know, what was I wearing that day? Did I realize it? No. So, myself, my dad, myself and my dad, we scurry on over to Meg as you know, fast as an 8-year-old can walk. And I patiently wait my turn. No. Let me remind you that in an 8-year-old's mind, it didn't matter that there was an animation version of Megara on the movie, because this person standing right next in front of me she was the real thing. in all her glory. But one thing, one person got in my way of my pride and my glory. Now we all know, not to spoil anything, that all these people in these costumes are all 20-year-old something, 30-year-old something actors trying to make it. And this, you know, they hired the pretty ones to play the princesses. So what did I get to do while I was, you know, standing in front of my idol? Watch my dad flirt with her. You could see that this poor girl who is trying to earn a paycheck, who's trying to pay attention to the kids, aka 8-year-old me. But my dad was all like, hey, so what's Phil really like? And you know, that Hercules, you don't really need Hercules, you know. He's whatever, you know. So do you come here often? You know, all those really stupid, cheesy, you know. And all I'm just standing to the side, and I'm just looking at my dad like an idiot, being like, Dad, you're embarrassing me. Because, you know, 8-year-olds know the concept of embarrassment. So, you know, it finally gets to the point where, you know, my dad actually lets her be, and she turns around and she's like, what's your name? And I'm just standing there like an 8-year-old idiot. My dad pipes up and goes, oh, that's Beans! Everyone knows nicknames are super embarrassing if it's not within your family. I was mortified. But then she goes, you know what? I like your t-shirt. And I look down, and you know what I see? There's freaking Megara on my t-shirt! It's like you can't, I had no words. What are you supposed to say? You're just like, t-shirt, oh, t-shirt. Eventually, she can tell that I was one of those kids who was not gonna say a single damn word. So she's like, would you like a picture? And, you know, of course, I answer. So it wasn't until years later that when I actually looked at this picture that it was actually quite a bit of controversy between myself and my father. This picture, let me remind you that the majority of the time I was talking to Megara, or not talking to Megara. My dad was flirting with her. So, this picture, when I saw it years later, because I was an 8-year-old, I was just like, oh my god, it's Meg. This picture literally is this upper half of my head and a full silhouette of Megara. You know where my dad's mind was at. So that was my story. If you like it, there's a lot more. I was a crazy, crazy child, and lo and behold, I hope I made some of you laugh, and some of you, if you didn't laugh, oh well, you know what? If you like this video, you know, you can always, you know, rate, comment, or subscribe to me. Or you can follow me on any other social media. Or if you even like it enough, you can share it on your Facebook. So, thanks for listening, guys, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I should dress up like this every day. I'll be hot.